Hi, Stephen. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Earla, good to see you too.
Yeah, so we got together a couple weeks ago because we are both presenters at the Surviving Siblings Summit happening April 24th and 25th. And it was great because you and I have met each other in peer support groups, but didn't really know exactly what each other does for a living or what our passions are within the sibling grief community. So I'm just going to recap that I'm into art and I do zines with people. That's the main thing. And I believe that creativity is really a great way to express yourself. And I love peer support. And I'm really keen for specific resources for adult sibling grievers.
Yeah,
How
I
about
couldn't agree
yourself?
with you. I couldn't agree
Mhm.
with you anymore because I feel like there's often this huge gap, right?
Mhm.
There's resources for like parents and even children and spouses, right? And then there's like the siblings. So we end to be like this, we're in the in-between space where like, where do we belong and where's the support
Mhm.
for us? And I also love the creativity part that you do because I feel like it's something that a lot of us lose. And I've
Mhm.
met siblings who are like, I don't dance anymore, I don't do art anymore, I don't, play music anymore like they used to because when your sibling dies, you lose it. So
Mhm.
I appreciate the work that you do. And similarly, is what my focus on working with siblings is getting grief out of the body without having to talk about it. And so teaching them body-based practices like breath work so that they can literally breathe through what they're feeling to kind of get through it.
Yeah. Just this morning, I sent a friend something that I wrote a while ago about caregiving, and it's sort of like caregiving 101. And one of the points was breathe. Sometimes you will forget, and it's nice to have a friend who's in the same kind of they understand, or even a bracelet. I used to wear a bracelet, just take a deep breath, sort of thing. So, yeah, we could talk a little bit more about the summit, and then maybe next time we can discuss exactly what we're going to be doing at the summit. How does that sound? Okay. The one
Great.
thing I love about the summit is that there's so many presenters. There's presenters that I know, like Dawn, who wrote, well, I've got her book here, Surviving Sibling Loss, excellent book. And Judy Lipson, she's going to be there too. She wrote Celebration of Sisters, It's Never Too Late to Grieve. And there's going to be an author panel the night before, which I'm super excited about because it's just like the whole summit. There's all different kinds of presenters. So there's all different kinds of books for people. And the other thing I'm really passionate about is, well, even like Monica, my co-writer, she said, we're writing our book so people can tell their story too, because we're used to it now. Her and I've witnessed each other's grief and the grief work that we've done, and now it's sort of I guess we're paying it forward, right? And we're going to be uh, seeing all sorts of siblings, so I can't wait for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool because I love how it's virtual. So no matter where you are, you can attend. And it's being recorded. So
Hmm.
depending on where you live, so if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be super early because it starts at 5 a.m. East Coast time. However, it's being recorded. So if you're missing the first, few hours, that's okay too. Or if you miss the whole thing, then
Yeah.
you can go back and watch it. And I think that's a huge benefit. I also love how there's movement, right? And I'll be doing breath
Hmm.
work and you'll be
Yeah.
doing creativity. And so there's different things that go beyond traditional talking about it. Now,
You're right. You're right. It's not
for,
just going to be static. You're right.
And then for
Right.
those who want to talk about it, there will be sharing sessions at the end. So you can
Right.
go into groups to talk. And for anyone who's watching, if you're a parent or if you know someone whose sibling died, then this workshop or this summit is great for you too, because you can learn about the sibling grief process. And then there will be a separate sharing group for parents and other sibling supporters as well.
Super important and super. value added, I would say. It's a really good price. You know, you and I both been to big conferences. We have to fly there, we have to find accommodation. This is really reasonable. And if you use the word Stephen or Earla, you get a $10 off. So that's pretty good too.